From the start of Missouri high school football playoffs several decades ago, we've heard a lot of complaining about some deserving teams not getting into the postseason bracket. For the first several years, there was considerable merit to that argument. There were some great undefeated Hannibal football teams that had to stay home in November of 1979 and again in 1981. I had no problem with the three-team district format Missouri had from 1988 through 2007, where you had your three district games at the end of the season. Winners of those districts moved on into the round of 16 and on from there. With that format, if you started winning in Week 8 and kept on winning, you won a state championship. And if you weren't good enough to get out of that three-team district, well, you weren't good enough to win a state title that year, and it was time to get on to football or wrestling or getting ready for the next football season or whatever. And then they started to fool around with things in Missouri. In 2007, they started letting the district runners-up get in, and we saw some rather ugly results of that on the scoreboard. And now under the current format, with all the teams into the bracket the last few years, we've seen even more ugly results, particularly in the 1 versus 8 and the 2 versus 7 matchups. And there'll even be some here in the next weekend or so with those 3-6 games. Getting everyone into the bracket also now means an earlier start to the season. The Palmyra Panthers played their first game on August 22nd. Hannibal played the next day, August 23rd, in 100-degree heat in St. Louis, Missouri, I might add. And that's fallout of getting everybody into the bracket and also getting away from the Monday and the Wednesday games in November, which I like getting away from those for rather selfish reasons with my early alarm clock. But to me, not every team needs to play beyond Week 9 or 10, and I would hope that at some point in the near future, the Missouri State High School Activities Association will address this and weed some people out that maybe don't need to play beyond the regular season.